Hi guys, welcome back to Sisters Travel Eat Repeat. So I am doing a little bit of a question and answer vlog today. A few weeks ago I posted on my Instagram some travel and food questions, so I just thought I'd answer some of the ones that you guys sent me. And the first one is, how do you find all of your food places that you go to? So I would like to take all of this credit, but I can't because I'd be a liar. But my sister does a lot of the research. She follows a lot of New York, Chicago, mainly those two cities, various Instagram pages that she finds, a lot of food blogs, food Instagram pages. She'll follow a bunch of them, and just when a new restaurant pops up or a new pizza place, she'll send it to me, and then but she'll look it up on Yelp and look at reviews, and then I save it to a folder on my phone, and then we start making lists. When we're going to go to New York next, I'll write a list of all the places we want to try to go to. So yeah, we do a lot of research online, and I say we, but I do a little, but it's mainly my sister. But yeah, even if we see something that's new, we'll track it on Yelp for a while and see what the reviews are coming in at. And also we like to look at the the actual people's Yelp pictures. Not the restaurant pictures they post, but actual real pictures of someone goes to a restaurant or an ice cream place and takes a picture of what it really looks like. We like to look at those as opposed to what the business is going to post, because they're going to make it look fancy and not really real looking. So we like to look at real people's pictures, and yeah, that's how we find most of them. So it's mainly Instagram. A lot of people I follow, they'll repost something and then I'll be like, boop, gotta write that down or send it to my sister. But yeah, just a lot of Instagram pages and Yelp. Those two things are our best friends as far as where to get all the good food. The next question, top 3 pizza joints you've ever eaten at. 3 is gonna be very hard. I could do per city, but I'd say if gun to my head, the top 3, I would say number 3 is Pequod's in Chicago. Number 2 is Mama's 2 in New York. And number 1 would have to be Sally's in New Haven, Connecticut. But that's that's so hard for me to say. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with those 3. Some honorable mentions are, of course, L'Industrie, that's also in New York. They started in Brooklyn, now they have a West Village location. I really have to give a nod to Zaza's Pizza in Chicago. We haven't been there in a while because the last time we went, it wasn't crispy like we like it, but we just need to use our voices and ask for it well done or a little extra crispy. But yeah, L'Industrie and Zaza's are definitely honorable mentions. But yeah, Pequod's, I post about that all the time. We go there all the time. Pequod's in Chicago, Mama's 2 in New York. It's just, watch some of my videos about Mama's 2. And we've only been to Sally's Abitz in New Haven twice. The first time we did not order right. We ordered a pepperoni, or wait, I think we did order a pepperoni the second time, but it came out, I can't even describe New Haven pizza. You just have to look at my pictures. Maybe I'll do a video about that. But it's just so good. And if you go to goldbelly.com, you can get it shipped to you, and it tastes almost identical because we did it. We spent a lot of money to get Goldbelly, Sally's from Goldbelly shipped to us, and it was really good. But yeah, get the pepperoni, and it comes crispy, well done. So good. New Haven is a trek. So you have to fly into New York, and then we took a train to New Haven, but I do it again. All right, next question. How do you decide which hotels to stay at? So again, this is all because of my sister. We only use Priceline, and well, I bet 90% of the time we use Priceline. We do Express Deals a lot. If you don't know what that is, I could maybe do a different video about that. But on the app for Priceline, you can look up Express Deals, and it will tell you the area. So like Chicago, it'll say River North or Magnificent Mile or Millennium Park. And then you can pick like the area, you can pick the star, like 2-star, 3-star, 4-star hotel, and you can search it by that. You just don't know what hotel you're staying at. But my sister is some sort of hotel like wizard, and she can somehow figure out what it is. And like we'll really only go places if we can get a good deal on Priceline. Now granted, there's been times where we've gone to New York and we've paid almost over $200 a night. That's just because we need to go to Chicago. We have to get our pizza and ice cream fix. But yeah, Priceline is amazing and we use it almost every time. The only exception I would say is when we go to Vegas. My sister has the MGM and I can't think of the other app, but she books sometimes through there as well. And they have, sometimes you can get Vegas hotels for very cheap, but then they get you with the resort fees. So yeah, definitely Priceline. Get the app. You can get coupons. They send you Express Deal coupons, and you can get a good deal a lot of times if you just check constantly in the different dates that you want to go. But yeah, check different areas. New York, we usually pick the financial district, but I mean, we're open to other places, but yeah, Priceline, and then choose the area in whatever city you want to go to and try to research it that way. All right, my lasagna buzzer just went off, but I'm going to ignore it and finish these questions. Multitasking. Easiest way to get around New York and Chicago. So the number one way we get around places is the subway. So in New York, the subway system is very detailed, like it's a lot. But I will say, if you download the City Mapper app, it is a lifesaver. It makes it really easy to navigate the subway, and it also does buses, and we've just recently started trying to take the bus, which a whole new world. But we're trying. And with Chicago, it's called the L. And it's a subway, but they just call it the L. But yeah, City Mapper app will tell you pretty much every, like, walking directions to a train, which train you're going to take in which direction. Yeah, hold please. Okay, sorry about that. Lasagna kept beeping. I have a pretty cool, a nice lasagna recipe, homemade lasagna recipe. If anybody wants the recipe, comment below. Anyway, what was I saying? Easiest way to get around Chicago and New York. So if we can, we will definitely walk everywhere. I mean, we love to walk in New York because everything's, I say compact, but like you can get from the financial district down here to the West Village walking on a nice day, 20, ish 30 minutes. And you get to see, the cool browns, the townhomes, and it's just, we love to walk if it's not raining, freezing cold, or blazing hot. We do not like taking Ubers there. You would not believe how expensive from, taking like a 1 mile drive from A to B, point A to point B in New York. It's like crazy, $20 to $30. So the subway can be scary, I will not lie. It's very hit or miss. We've been in some very dicey situations on the subway in New York where you're just trapped. And I've had someone in my face screaming and yelling at me because I would not look them in the face when they were talking to me and demanding things from me. But my sister has one of those, and I don't even know what it's called. Shoot, I need to look up what that's called. But it like makes like a loud buzzing noise or ringing noise. But yeah, Subway definitely, the L, walking, and we're just dabbling now in the bus, but I'll keep you posted on if we keep trying that in some cities. All right, next question. Best casual dining spots in New York. When I read this question, the first thing that came to my mind was Forma Pasta. It's in Brooklyn. They have 2 locations. It is some of the best pasta that we've ever had. It's not a sit down, like they wait on you. You walk in, you order from like the counter, you sit down and they bring it out to you. It is the freshest pasta. Like, I mean, I've never been to Italy or anything, but it is really good. And I think what we get, the spaghetti pomodoro, it's $13, and they give you a very big portion. So look up Forma Pasta in Brooklyn. And then any of the pizza places we go are casual. You walk up, you order from a counter, and they scream your name for you to pick it up from the counter. So Mama's 2, L'Industrie, I mean, those are our 2 favorite places, pizza places in New York. But yeah, look up, you could even Google casual places, like if you don't want to get dressed up. I mean, we've been to fancy places in New York. This isn't one of my questions, but I'm just gonna, spitball here. Minetta Tavern in New York is my favorite restaurant, probably by far I've ever been to. It's a French restaurant, but we get burgers, and they are very pricey, but it is worth it, and it is the best service we've ever had. So I can give more like fancy recommendations. That's probably the fanciest, but there's some other good sit-down restaurants that maybe I'll do another video on that. But definitely casual places. Forma if you want pasta. Pizza, I talk about it all the time in my videos. Mama's 2. And I think I'm about to do a L'Industrie short, so stay tuned for that. Also, while I'm thinking of this, if you guys have questions about other restaurants or anything, just comment down below and I will respond to you guys. All right, my last question that I got. Best way to get from the airport to your hotel. So, Chicago is easy. From Midway in Chicago, you walk through the airport and you follow signs for the L. And you take the orange line for the most part. We usually do a straight shot on the orange line, but you don't have to leave the airport. You just walk through these halls, go straight, and then you go down steps, and then you pay, you get on the train. It's 30 minutes into, downtown Chicago. It is dire, like this past time we went to Chicago, our flight was delayed twice. We were planning on taking the train straight to Pequod's. It did not work out because of the time, so we had to call an Uber, and it physically pained me. I can't remember how much it was, $35, $32, which isn't even bad. But we always take the L straight from Midway into the city in Chicago. New York is a different question. I mean, it's a different whole ball game, because from LaGuardia, which is where we fly into, there's no subway straight from the airport. So, but they do have a free bus. I wrote this down because I was not going to remember it. It's called the LaGuardia Link Q70. If you're in Terminal B or C, you follow signs for public transit, and it runs about every 8 to 10 minutes. So you're going to go out the doors. We get out at Terminal B, and this bus disappears, and it says Q70 on it. You hop on, you get all your luggage, and you ride it a couple stops, and you get off at the Jackson Heights Roosevelt Avenue stop, and it drops you off right at the subway. And I will say it is a pain to take your luggage, your suitcases, your bags up these stairs unless they have escalators, elevators. All the elevators smell like pee, so you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. But so you can get dropped off the free bus onto the subway. The subway's $2.90, and it will take you wherever you want to go, into Manhattan, Brooklyn, wherever you want to go. But we always stay in the financial district, so we take it down there. I mean, the whole process is about an hour. So, you know, if you got some time, it's definitely worth it, because an Uber or a Lyft from LaGuardia into financial district is about $70 to $90, which is insane that they charge that much. And when you compare it to a free bus and then to a subway that maybe takes 50 minutes for $2.90, I mean, if you got the time, I would totally do it. And it's very easy. It's the hardest part is lugging your suitcases and bags up and down these steps. If you're trying to rush to like get to a, you know, if a train's coming soon, but just take a deep breath. I mean, I need to take my own advice because I get like flustered. I'm like, oh, we got to get on that train. We got to, you know. But yeah, the bus to the subway is awesome in New York. As far as Vegas, when we go to Las Vegas, which we're going in November, the airport is like 5 minutes away from the Strip, which is where we stay. We take an Uber. It's maybe $20, but there's no other, you have no other choice in Las Vegas of how to get places. So that's what we do in Las Vegas. Where else are we going? Oh, we're going to Orlando in October. That's straight up. We're free shuttle, Uber. It just depends. Rental car. It just kind of depends. That's a whole other thing, but where you're staying and Disney and all that stuff. But yeah, those are all the questions that I got. If anyone has any more questions, I love doing this. And I mean, if you guys could see the setup that I have you guys sitting on, it's quite embarrassing, but it's a pretty good angle. I look okay after working a long day in the 110 temperature. Not that I was outside, but anyway, Sisters Travel Eat Repeat. I love doing these videos. I love doing food videos. If you guys have any questions or you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I'm really hoping this kind of takes off, and I just love doing this, and we love traveling. We love trying food. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, put them in the comments, and I'll talk to you guys soon.